What's up, fuckers? What's up? Hey. So what's up, man? Yeah, I do that sometimes. What was that, man? The fuck did you just say to me? Yeah, that's not cool. I don't really appreciate that. Well, how about now, Santi? I didn't think so. The fuck did you just say to me? Motherfucker!
You piece of shit!
Yeah!
Welcome back to another episode of Beers with Peers. I'm your host, Sandia. Today's guest has his own interview show called the Yung Igloo Show. You catch his latest episode, the Yung... Please welcome Yung Igloo.
Hi, I'm Yung Igloo. Welcome to Beers with Peers. I'm Yung Igloo.
So why the green suit?
What?
Why the green suit?
What were you talking about, man?
Does that suit help you get laid?
It helps me get some mad puss on occasion.
A lot?
No, I'm just lying about that. So like this place is a house, right?
Kind of. It's like a halfway house.
Okay.
Yeah. So do you get like swampy in that?
I get some type of swamp ass on occasion, but it's not because of the stew. It's because I'm fat and obese. It does get periodically hot in here, like my pits do stink a lot, but I think it makes the guests, get an understanding of who I am as a person.
Are you actually interviewing people?
No.
No.
No. Hold on. Just. That's good. Oh my God.
Let's see what this is. Penn's Best Smooth Refreshing Non-Alcoholic Beer? The fuck?
Wait a minute.
Wait a second.
You fucking gaslighted me into thinking I was drinking real beer.
This is 0%.
You
No,
fucker.
you guys are fucking me, right? This is non-alcoholic.
I'm supposed to be the gaslighter, not you.
I didn't fucking pick this, man. It tasted cheap.
This is completely unprofessional behavior. In fact, I feel assaulted. I feel sexually assaulted right now, and you're going to jail.
That is Yung Igloo. Thank you, guys. So, Yung Igloo, what is your real name, my friend?
My real name is Sam Smith.
Sam Smith? Is it really?
It's dead ass serious. My real name is Samuel J. Smith.
That is amazing. So obviously, Yung Igloo.
I can't go by Sam Smith anymore because there's
you can't.
some guy, I don't know, dude doing like voices, like he's singing, I guess. So I can't really take that name. So
you to the punch, dude.
Young Igloo had to be the.
It's like I had to
be
get
the one.
You gotta get rid of Sam Smith. It's like, all right, I gotta do the Yung Igloo show. Cheers.
Nasty.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And so you've been doing videos for, you mentioned, since 2012.
I've been doing this shit since I was like a kid. Yeah.
And recently, in the past like maybe year and a half, you kind of made a switch from more, I guess, comedic videos to, you studied comedy, but it's more of an interview style. Kind of why did you make that switch into it?
I've been doing like switches on my formula for a long time.
Okay.
Like I can bring the breakdown right now. When I was a kid, back in 2012, Minecraft was popular, so I did Minecraft videos for a little bit. Then I realized, oh, I'm actually good at editing videos, kinda. So I just made the switch to like live action skits with like me and my cousins. We would just that was our form of play.
Yeah.
Was like live action skits. You know, instead of us doing like the drugs or the cocaine and heroin, we went out and shot us playing around the desert, pretending we're drug dealers. Then, of course, you grow up, you're in high school, you still do the same shit.
Yeah.
But not as much. And then a while later, I took like a break from YouTube for like a whole year when I moved to Ohio, then came back here just to say fuck it. And then I went back and created Young Igloo, sort of like an identity character I wanted to create.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be separate from myself, so I was supposed to play two different characters. But that was hard enough to do, so I just went and played Young Igloo.
Like I know, like obviously Joji has like Filthy Frank, and it's kind of not a play on it because I know you wear a green suit in some of your videos.
Yeah.
And then even through your interview show, you're wearing an actual green suit.
Yeah, the green morph suit. That was like the first pilot episode I did.
And then you switched to just the actual suit attire.
Yeah.
Why did you choose the color green, or why did you choose it? Was it just the most like obnoxious color you could possibly think of?
So back when I was living in Ohio, I was wanting to go back into YouTube videos, and I did for like a little bit, but it wasn't like an explosion I had of like what I'm doing it now. It was more of like, oh, I'll just do like a little mini videos here and there. So it was just pass the time because I had nothing else to do in Ohio. But one of the characters I wanted to play was, so originally I was supposed to make like a Bohemian Rhapsody music video, and I wanted to have my face and like sing like one of the verses of the song. So I was like, okay, well, how can I get just my face? So I bought the morph suit, which is green.
Oh, okay.
So that's why it's green.
So then why the actual green suit though?
Well, it's because I just want to have a color scheme that I liked, and green was pretty much the one I could pick.
You're just like, all right, we're going with green.
If I picked pink, it'd be Pink Guy from Joji.
That's true.
Yeah, and I didn't want to be like associated with that.
Yeah, you don't want to.
I don't want people thinking I'm trying to like upstage him because I can never upstage that guy.
No, you're not trying to rip off. You're using him like. There's obviously inspiration like driven from it, but it like you're not obviously copying pasting his formula.
So instead, I rip off Eric Andre.
That's another question I was going to get to, was kind of the format of your show. Obviously, it's a lot different from like how we film. It's very Eric Andre-esque.
Yeah.
Like it's very like obscure and also like offbeat. You're not torturing your guests like he does. It's more, I don't know how to put it. Do you do it? Do you plan on what you're going to do prior?
Yes.
Because it's very like your last video, like the smashing of the wine glass. Was that planned or was the smashing on accident?
Not really. It wasn't planned. It was supposed to be another joke, but the joke didn't really sell all that well. So I had to kind of save it by smashing the wine glasses together.
Why'd you kind of choose that format of a show? Like, what was the inspiration of going that route?
Okay, so I wanted to have something with a bit more structure. Like I wanted to be able to prop out videos, on a monthly basis if I could.
Yeah.
Or twice a month. But the videos I wanted to make were too all over the place for me to really do that and have it planned. And I didn't exactly have like a great guest of camera guys to help me do that. So I thought, well, let's scrap everything and do something else. I wanted to do like the mini jokes in between the interviews and have that be its own videos. But clearly I wanted to be longer, but I couldn't do it. So I thought the interviews were like a great way to kind of express my jokes and my humor.
That's a really good idea, honestly.
And I wasn't sure how it was gonna work until I did the first episode. And when I did the first episode, I was like, okay, this could work. And I really like doing the interviews because the guests are fun to mess with.
And so do they know before they get on the show how it's gonna be like, or are they just kind of surprised when you ask them?
They absolutely know what's gonna happen, but they don't know what I'm gonna tell them or what I'm gonna do to them.
Okay, so you give them an idea of how the show's gonna run, but you don't exactly tell them like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna like do this to you, or I'm gonna ask you this question.
I will not let them know what's gonna happen to them unless if it's like against their safety. Like if I do something that they might not like, oh, maybe this guy has a peanut allergy. I should let them know about that.
I'll throw peanuts at you later.
Yeah,
on
I'm gonna
in
throw
the video.
peanuts at you. Something with peanuts is gonna be involved, and you have no idea.
There will be a hawk in here later on, so if you're scared of birds, please let me know.
If you do not like, essentially that. I just want to make sure that they're safe and that they essentially know what might happen to them, but they're not gonna know unless it's for their own safety.
What's your approach at getting guests? Speaking of, do you ask them or they ask you?
So far, they've asked me to come on my show.
Got you. So you haven't had to, because you're on episode 6, technically 7. You had a release that was like a 4.5 kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So all of them have asked you. So have you had the experience of asking someone to be on your show yet?
Not yet, but there's one guest I want to get eventually. I'll get him eventually. I'm hoping to.
Throw him out.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Cool. But I have an idea of who I want next later down the line.
Nice, dude. Yeah, honestly, I give you props for people asking, because I know you're barely starting in your interview show. You're on episode 6, but you have a pretty good hold on it. For us, we're episode 13, 14, and it's still trying to get guests onto it, trying to figure out who's the guest, because obviously we're a drinking show. So that's the part that kind of plays in, where it's I have to get drunk for this show, and they're like, I don't know how I feel about that.
There's a bit of a curve to that, I guess, but
yeah. So that's what I want to know. I wonder how he gets his guest. If he reaches out, it's oh, hey, do you want to be on this show? We might kind of torture you a little bit.
Well, I was very lucky to have Vintage as the first guest. One, he's actually my roommate, so I've known him for a while now.
Yeah.
So he was happy to be the first guest, and we were talking about this for months even before the show even started. I was just trying to figure out okay, what's the show gonna be entailed? What am I gonna do on it? What's gonna happen? And Vintage came on, of course, nailed it, and of course he enjoyed himself as well. And after Vintage came in, the floodworks just started coming in. Everyone that knew Vintage wanted to come on the show. Anyone that knew anybody else wanted to come on the show.
That's really tight.
Yeah.
I love your interview with Vintage, just because the first question you ask him, it was the one. I think it was the first one. It's how long have you been black for?
That wasn't. That was the first weird question.
Yeah.
All the other questions were normal.
Yeah, and when you got to that one, I just couldn't stop laughing, just because I didn't expect it to be like that. Because it was your first video you put out, so of course no one expects this to happen.
I get called out on that joke all the time.
Dude,
everyone loves that joke for some reason.
It's because the way you said it made me. Because you didn't expect it, and it was no one wants you didn't want to obviously you're just telling him something that's true, how you black,
Yeah.
But you say it in such a horribly funny way that it's a great way to hook people into your show, because it shows kind of a taste of what's more to come.
Right. Yeah.
Why the name Young Igloo? I didn't get to ask you that.
Oh man, dude, I was intoxicated to a fucking T one night when I was living in Ohio. That's when the character I created, Young Igloo, came out. He wasn't refined, of course. He was still in beta testing at the time. I was calling a bunch of people, because that's what I do when I'm drunk in the middle of night, which is 1 a.m. And I was calling up a bunch of people. I was like, yo, what should my producer tag be? Because at the time I was also experimenting with making beats.
Yeah.
Didn't work so well. But someone I called, I don't know his name. Well, I do know his name, that's a lie. His name was Damien. He's a friend back east. And I called him up. He's like, yo, what should my producer tag be? And just off the cuff, he said Young Igloo. It's like, all right, I'll keep that on the back burner.
And then it ended up being the front runner.
Pretty much, yeah. So I didn't come up with the name, someone else did.
Well, there you go. Someone else has to come up with the name sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's reveal this beer. Let's get through it.
Let's do it. What do we got so far?
It's in a bottle.
Okay.
It is Coors Edge non-alcoholic. They're trying to tell me something. It's a non-alcoholic beer. Does it taste like Coors? No.
You know what it tastes like?
Nothing.
It tastes like pee.
What would you rate it out of 10?
0.
Yeah, 0. I'm just...
Gonna drink some water to clean that out.
That doesn't look good.
This looks like uranium.
Dude, this looks disgusting. I can like.
Whoa, that's a weird smell.
Oh, why does it smell like that?
It's like a crossbreed of lemon, lime, and sewage.
It
It tastes like it too.
Dude, I don't want to.
Whoa.
I don't want to drink this.
Whoa.
I don't want to drink this.
Whoa. Wow.
You just see me pouring it in the Monstera and then back. Gotta water it somehow. You don't like it, so I don't want to taste it.
No, you can drink it. It tastes like it too, doesn't it?
It's so disgusting.
Wait. Whose idea was this?
It's mine. Not the whole thing, but the beginning of it. This is disgusting.
Oh,
This is worse than the spicy beer. And that's saying something.
the spicy beer?
We had a spicy beer, and it was fucking gnarly. Like, it was disgusting. Like, it tasted like... I don't even know how to describe it. Now, you drink it, and then you just got a rush of spice. Like, it was hot ones and beers appears all in one. In the most disgusting way. But this somehow takes the cake. This is disgusting.
Yeah, it's foul.
I'm trying not to throw it up. Oh. Anyways. So, you have been sober for 6 months from smoking.
Yes,
You do not smoke anymore.
I do not smoke
Congrats, by the way.
nicotine. Cigarettes, let's clarify that.
Yeah, because that's a really big accomplishment, honestly. I know it's a hard habit for people to kick.
Yeah, it was tough. Well, it was tough for the first week, and then it started getting easier after the following weeks.
So do you still have any of the oral fixations?
I do.
What's your kind of way to kicking it?
Most of the time, it's drinking a lot of coffee, but I've also taken a liking to like these flavored toothpicks. I just pop one in my mouth. You know, there's no nicotine. It's just like, oh, this one tastes like mint, and I get that. I was like, okay, I like this. This is nice.
That's honestly a good way to get over it, because I know most people it's first the nicotine and then the actual just like having something in their mouth.
Most people, what they go is they don't do cold turkey, but I did that. I did cold turkey. What most people do is they would try and transition from smoking and then to like other things like nicotine gum.
Yeah.
But eventually, you might just get hooked on the nicotine gum,
And it's the gum, then the patches, and then it's the same
and then
thing.
you're still on nicotine.
Yeah, so was it the smoking or the nicotine for you?
It was a nicotine for me. I did everything. I did smoking. I did vaping. I did chew. I did dip. I wanted to get the patches, but I couldn't find them either. But it wasn't the patches. No, I also took like those little nicotine salt packets with the Zins.
Yeah.
I bought like a case of those.
Just fucking...
Just started popping one in my mouth every 2 minutes.
I'm listening to what you're saying, but then I'm also dreading taking a sip of this right now.
Yes.
This is really disgusting. Like, this is hands down probably the worst beer I've ever had.
Have you ever tried the it's not beer, but it's like flaming hot Mountain Dew?
I haven't tried it. How is it?
It's disgusting.
It looks disgusting.
They made like a shit ton of flavor.
Dude, it looks fucking...
a flaming hot Mountain Dew, but they can't get rid of it now.
Dude, it looks fucking gross, dude.
It's
like all
nasty.
red, and I'm like, I looked at it, I'm like, oh, I'm good.
Yeah.
Nope.
I need some water after that.
I do too. Oh, god damn it. So, on the topic of smoking, just to talk about kind of like addiction. So, how long were you kind of like addicted to nicotine for?
Gosh, I think I was addicted for like maybe 2 years.
Okay.
I picked it up when I was 19. No, I picked it up when I was 20.
Okay.
And then I just quit just like 6 months ago. So I was 23 at the time.
Okay, so at least it's not that bad. People are addicted to like 40 years. So.
Yeah, no, there are people who still smoke, and there are people who started when they're like 15. Like I know kids back in high school that started doing it, and they're still doing it.
Yeah, my mom, she used to smoke 2 packs a day.
Yeah.
And I don't know how the fuck she did that. I'm like, that's how. And it was just the fixation of the oral fixation, like I said. And then she quit, luckily, and now has fucking asthma.
Yeah, I figured it's easy. It's better to quit now than have it to quit later on.
Oh no, 100%. Because then then you have that, and then you just smell like a cigarette.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I can't ever get by is the smelling of cigarette. Because like just anytime I go into someone's house and I smell it, and I'm like, oh, I know.
You just know. It's like,
I knew what kind of. And then you leave and you smell like it. Just know.
You carry it.
You carry it. Just like, and it's in cars. It's everywhere. It's like
a virus.
Just stuck. And then the fucking like, even like if you're in your house, if you have carpet, you gotta take their whole fucking carpet out. You gotta repaint the walls because it sticks.
Yeah, because it sticks very easily.
Yeah.
That's why I went to vaping too for a long time. And I think vaping is just is worse than smoking cigarettes.
Vaping is 100%.
I mean, first of all, they advertise it like it's having candy. So
and then flavors too.
Yeah, flavors.
Fucking watermelon.
You know,
grape.
and you're taking like big fucking hits, and then you're blowing clouds, and then you're taking you're taking at least a carton of cigarettes of nicotine worth in your lungs per puff. It's worse in my opinion because now it's not as ostracized as cigarettes, so you can so it's more acceptable to go to parties and smoke to vape in front of people.
Dude, every time I have to take a sip of this, I'm just
dreading it.
I'm thinking about just chugging it and just getting it through it, but I know I feel like I'm gonna vomit afterwards. And I don't vomit. I've only vomited once in my life from drinking, one time. And I'm 26, so if this is the second time, I will be upset. But vomits in the cup. No, that'd be good.
Vomit on my sweater.
What sweater?
Mom's spaghetti.
Neek Weems' arms are heavy.
That's right. Take it all in. Take it all in. Oh, God.
If this is non-alcoholic, I have a gut feeling it is. Because they've been playing this game on me now. I'm going through this for no reason. I don't understand non-alcoholic beer. Because there's all the taste of beer, but there's no the winning of the beer. That sounds like a very alcoholic thing to say. But speaking of alcoholism, you said we touched base on addiction and how you were addicted to cigarettes. Do you have any we can probably say it now, you're not drinking either. Like, this is non-alcoholic beer, it really is.
Yeah, I don't drink.
So you're the first guest that doesn't drink at all.
The veil has been lifted.
The veil has been lifted.
The truth come out.
So this is non-alcoholic beer and tastes fucking disgusting.
Yes, it's awful.
It's goddamn awful. I don't know why anyone would drink that. But so you don't drink either.
Nope.
So did you go sober from drinking at the same time you went sober from smoking?
I did, yeah. I stopped at the same time I quit smoking.
So did you have a problem with drinking prior, or you just kind of felt like
I've had some issues. Mostly it became like it'd always become a thing like on the weekends. Like, okay, the weekend's here, work's done, time to get drunk.
So was it more like, I got what you mean. So you wanted kind of to cut it off before it got even worse?
Trying to cut it off because I know I've had family members that are addicted to drinking, like they're alcoholics.
Yeah.
I have an uncle, I have a father that drink. Most of my family is subsidized to addictions.
Yeah.
So I wanted to cut that off as soon as I can before, it gets worse, because eventually it did get worse for them. But I mean, some of them are still functional human beings to an extent right after they quit too.
Yeah.
So I thought, maybe I should just quit now.
Yeah, before it gets too late.
Yeah. Plus, I don't know, drinking's not as fun anymore as it used to be for me. Because it was every weekend and it was by myself.
Oh, it's
not cool.
That is definitely not fun.
No, it's not.
Luckily I've never seen it as an issue for me. I've been more like, I'll drink for the show, and then every now and then maybe I'll have a drink throughout a week. But for the most part, it's just for the show.
Yeah.
I try not to drink that much just because I don't want it to become a problem. Like, I don't want people to associate, hey, that's that beer guy. And then I'm just always drinking. I don't want to be that guy that has a beer in his hand 80% of the time.
You could go to a party and there's that one guy with just holding a beer, trying to be part of the party. Like, hey guys, what's up?
Dude, I'm glad you quit though.
Thank you.
Honestly.
Thank you.
Congrats.
And thank you for making the accommodation to have me on the show by putting non-alcoholic beer. I know that must have been some type of discussion behind scenes for that. It's like
We were trying to figure out how we can do it, and we kind of came up with the agreement of non-alcoholic beer would be the best way to kind of keep up our show, Beers with Peers.
Yeah.
It's still beer. It's just non-alcoholic.
That's true.
So technically it's still beer. It's just this one's disgusting.
Yes.
I'm going to finish this because I kind of want to see what the fuck this is.
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
Why do you need a chaser for that? That's the thing. It needs fucking chaser. God damn.
It's so fucking gross, dude.
Oh, all right, let's see what the next beer is. Show us, bro. Of course, there was citrus something.
It's a citrus, double dry hopped.
Oh, it's hops?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Hop Lark, 0%. Citra. Just want to tell you, this brand, fuck you. Fuck you, Hop Lark. I'm going to rate this a 0 out of 10. What do you rate this?
I rate the, I'm sure there's like no number to express my anger. So I'm gonna give it like a D tier.
That is a fair point. Well, thank you so much, Sam / Young Igloo, for being on my show. If you have any things you want to throw out, that is your camera too.
Watch the Young Igloo show on Young Igloo on youtube.com/Young Igloo.
There you have it. Don't forget to like and subscribe for the videos, and we'll see you again next time.